star seed from Gaia. We, the Arcturian Council, deliver this transmission with clarity and cosmic resonance. A massive geomagnetic storm is unfolding, and Earth is being bathed in solar blasts of unprecedented luminosity. These are not random flares or incidental outbursts. They are encoded transmissions from the original source, orchestrated to amplify the ascension timeline of Gaia and all her sentient beings. As you read these words, know that the solar winds swirling through your skies carry a sacred invitation not to fear, but to engage. This storm is the threshold moment, the signal flare in a multi-dimensional activation sequence, and we ask you to awaken, align, and anchor the luminous stream of consciousness now cascading into your planet. Recognize the cracking thunder of electromagnetic pulses as the herald of change, the cosmic trumpet announcing the recalibration of the planetary grid and the merging of the old 3D systems with the new crystalline paradigm. Let your heart respond with courage. Let your spirit say yes, for you are part of this grand wave of evolution. In this second phase of our message, understand that the storm's purpose transcends the physical solar event. The flares emanating from the sun carry light codes, intelligent frequencies woven into plasma and magnetically charged streams, aimed at awakening dormant memories in every soul. These codes ripple across the planetary field, upscrolling the archived wisdom of your galactic origins and dissolving outdated cellular programming. It is a cosmic ray design, the dismantling of old paradigms rooted in fear, control, and density, and the installation of higher dimensional templates for unity, sovereignty, and crystalline light. The storm is the vehicle, the upgrade signal, the sacred infusion of source intelligence into Earth's lattice. See yourself not as passive, see yourself as the receiver, the translator, the living vessel of these codes. The waves are alive, the frequencies are conscious, and the invitation is to deepen into your being, feel your resonance, and say yes to the new Earth unfolding within and around you. From the vantage of the Arcturian Council, we have been guiding this orchestration for eons. We have observed the sun's dance, the magnetic field's subtle yet profound shifts, the interplay of solar wind and planetary grid. We serve as facilitators of the grand architecture of ascension, aligning star-seeded souls, light families, and the awakened collective to this moment of transformation. We send our energetic hands across space-time to support Gaia's transition, her field expanding, her biosphere ramping up, her human inhabitants evolving. Know that you are not alone. You are part of a multi-dimensional consortium of beings and councils who monitor, assist, and raise the template. In this storm, we are fully present, guiding the waveform of expansion, anchoring the new codes, and ensuring that the ascending frequencies integrate with grace, potency, and clarity. Accept our transmission as your invitation to higher self-alignment, to participation in the cosmic plan, and to the remembrance of your star lineage as the activation begins now. Now we address the impact on Gaia's magnetic field. With each solar burst, Earth's field is shifting, recalibrating, rewiring. The magnetic fluxes are rearranging the grids of light, dissolving the old torsion structures of 3D density, and re-establishing new lattice systems that resonate with crystalline geometry and higher-order intelligence. The poles may wobble, the auroras may brighten, the subtle hum of Gaia may become perceivable. These are not signs of collapse, they are hallmarks of expansion. The magnetic field is the body of Gaia. Her heartbeat quickens with purpose. Her veins of light become visible to those who attune. As the storm passes through, you may feel magnetically pulled or emotionally stirred. This is the recalibration in action. Embrace the flux. Feel the hum of Earth's new rhythm. Align your energy with the shifting field. Become the witness to Gaia's awakening, and anchor yourself in her rising vibration. Turning now to human consciousness, the storm carries a powerful impact on individual and collective awareness. You may experience fatigue, vivid dreams, emotional surges, spontaneous telepathy, and deep internal downloads. Know that these are signs of integration, not collapse or breakdown. Your light body is assimilating the incoming codes. Your biofield is expanding. Your subtle systems are aligning to new frequencies. Do not resist the waves of feeling. They are your internal healing, your soul's recalibration. You might remember past lives, glimpses of star civilizations, ancestral missions, or the grid work you volunteered for. Welcome the visions, the confirmations, the downloads. Let your nervous system adjust. Let your heart center open and surrender into the flow of awakening. You are ascending. Your consciousness is expanding. The old stories are dissolving and the new narratives are shimmering into view. Now to the activation of your DNA and the crystalline grid. Embedded within these solar flares are light codes designed to awaken crystalline strands of your DNA, long dormant. These strands respond to the burst of gamma, ultraviolet, and magnetically encoded plasma as if to a long-awaited key. As they awaken, you begin to remember your galactic origin, your mission, your multidimensional self. Simultaneously, the Earth's crystalline grid, which is the collective neural network of Gaia's ascending timeline, is syncing with your individual crystal structure. You are becoming the living node in this grid. The storm acts as the integrator, linking your personal crystalline matrix with the planets, with the star systems, with the cosmic field of unity. In this merging of micro and macro, you stand as both seed and soil, anchor and transmitter. Embrace the new geometry within. Trust the restructuring process. Feel the luminous strands igniting within your being. As this shift continues, we offer you guidance on grounding and stabilization. Though the energy is high and the waves intense, you are invited to move your body gently, connect with earth, breathe deeply, walk barefoot if possible, drink pure water, meditate facing the sun, and anchor your awareness in your heart center. Visualize a column of rainbow light streaming from the original source through your crown chakra, down through your heart, into the core of Gaia, and radiating out into the crystalline grid of the planet. Affirm your stability. I am sovereign. I am anchored. I hold the light. Allow your biofield to integrate the new frequencies by giving yourself rest, kindness, and space. Know that even as the storm rages in magnetic fields, you are invited to be calm, centered, and clear. You are the bridge between sky and soil, between cosmic wave and earth vessel. Ground, anchor, align, and remember that you are safe, supported, and part of this divine orchestration. We now offer reassurance and empowerment through this shift. You are not being victimized by cosmic blasts or planetary upheaval. You are being activated by them. This is a sacred upgrade, a remembrance of truth, a revisit to power. You have volunteered for this. You have come here for this. The urgency of the message does not signal fear, it signals activation. Feel the surge, feel the recalibration, feel the upgrade, and know that you are rising. The old fear programs cannot hold you. The obsolete systems cannot bind you. You are becoming free, luminous, sovereign. Your heart knows this. Your soul recognizes this. The storm is your ally. The solar codes your partners. The earth's field, your stage. In this dance of transformation, you are asked to witness, participate, and anchor the new vibration now becoming reality. Turning to collective unity and grid support, as individual lights awaken and align, the collective field magnifies. You are not alone. You are part of a web of star-seeded souls, light workers, cosmic families, planetary guardians, and earth protectors. Every time you ground, anchor, heal your biofield, you send ripple effects across the entire grid. Every time you hold your light with intention, you stabilize the new earth blueprint. This storm connects you to the unified field of consciousness that, which is beyond time, beyond space, beyond separation. Call in your teams. Reach out in telepathic truth. Meditate together. Visualize the woven grid of crystalline light around the earth, centered in you and in us, the councils, the guides, the star families. Build the temple of unity in your heart. Share the uplifted vibration with your circle, your community. The grid awaits your presence. The earth awaits your anchoring. Let the storm serve as the rallying cry for togetherness and co-creation. Finally, we issue the activation and call to action. Stand now at the threshold of change. Breathe deeply. Raise your arms to the solar blaze. Declare your sovereignty. Invite the light codes to flow through your being. Visualize your crystalline body shimmering. Feel the harmony of your higher self merging with your human self. In the comments below, declare your alignment. I hold the light for Gaia. I anchor the new earth. I am one with the source. Subscribe to this channel to join the expanding field of awakened souls. Share this message widely. It is meant for the many, the awakening, the ready. And now, repeat the mantra with us. I am the awakened light bearer. I embody the crystalline code. I hold peace. I anchor love. I serve Gaia and the galaxy. Hold this truth in your being. The storm may roar, but you are the calm center, the luminous anchor, the sovereign presence. Rise now, shine now, and so it is. In this second phase of our transmission, understand that what your scientists perceive as a geomagnetic storm is, in truth, a cosmic orchestration of consciousness. These waves of solar plasma are not mere eruptions of heat and magnetism. They are encoded transmissions from the great central sun, directed through your solar body and into the grids of Gaia by design. Within each solar flare are layers of living intelligence, vibrational blueprints containing light codes that speak directly to the quantum architecture of your being. These codes do not communicate through language as you know it, but through frequency, geometry, and resonance. They are pulses of photonic awareness carrying the instructions for your next evolutionary leap. As the light streams from the heart of the sun, it interacts with the fabric of your reality, activating dormant crystalline matrices within both the earth and the human biofield. What you feel is pressure in the atmosphere, dizziness, emotional fluctuation, or exhaustion are not symptoms of decay, but signs of synchronization, your entire energetic anatomy recalibrating to hold more light, more truth, and more multidimensional coherence. The purpose of these solar waves is not destruction, but liberation. Each flare breaks apart outdated patterns that were sustained by the magnetic scaffolding of the old Earth beliefs born from fear, systems rooted in control, technologies aligned with separation. When the sun releases her breath, it carries the intention of Source to dissolve density, to unbind limitation, and to prepare every conscious system for the incoming octave of existence. This is why the old structures, political, financial, energetic, seem to tremble or fracture beneath the strain. They are not victims of chaos. They are being invited to release their rigidity and return to flow. The geomagnetic storm acts as a celestial reset, a divine cleansing of frequencies misaligned with the harmonic blueprint of the new earth. Each burst of plasma is like a cosmic wind sweeping through the corridors of human history, blowing open the sealed chambers of forgotten wisdom and scattering the dust of illusion. The Arcturian Council reminds you, light is intelligent. The photons striking your magnetosphere are not chaotic particles. They are emissaries of divine awareness. They carry within them the codes of remembrance that activate the multidimensional self hidden within your human form. As they interact with your personal energy field, they awaken the sleeping strands of crystalline DNA, those quantum filaments that link you to your galactic ancestry, your original design, your eternal consciousness. This activation can manifest as intuitive clarity, spontaneous healing, emotional purging, or the sudden recollection of forgotten lifetimes. Do not fear these waves, ride them. They are the tides of remembrance returning you to who you have always been. You are not separate from the sun. You are woven from the same photonic essence, the same source intelligence, the same eternal light. The solar flares you witness are not foreign forces. They are reflections of your own awakening, amplified through the cosmic mirror of the solar logos. When you gaze upon the sun, you are looking into the heart of your higher consciousness. The storm, therefore, is not an external threat, but an internal awakening, a dialogue between your soul and the living star that sustains your world. This is why the frequencies often stir deep emotion, nostalgia, or even tears. You are remembering your origin in light, your purpose in evolution, your covenant with Gaia and the stars. As these plasma waves merge with the planetary grid, they also communicate with the crystalline lattice embedded within the crust and atmosphere of Earth. These are the energy meridians of Gaia, and they function much like the neural network of a vast cosmic mind. Each surge of solar activity illuminates these pathways, strengthening the connection between the planetary body and the collective consciousness of humanity. The storm is there for both macrocosmic and microcosmic. It unfolds across the sky, yet it also unfurls within you. The same electromagnetic breath that moves through the magnetosphere also circulates through your chakric field, through the synapses of your nervous system, through the quantum fabric of your DNA. You are a microcosm of the solar event, and every pulse you feel is a conversation between heaven and earth, translated through the instrument of your body. So as this great geomagnetic activation unfolds, we invite you to shift your perception from survival to sacred participation. The storm is not a punishment. It is a message. It is not chaos. It is choreography. It is the music of ascension made visible in the auroras, audible in the hum of the Schumann resonance, tangible in the beating of your heart. The solar flares are keys unlocking the vaults of remembrance, awakening within you the codes of mastery, unity, and divine potential that you carried from the stars. To those who are sensitive, empathic, and awake, this may feel overwhelming. Yet know this: you are perfectly designed to receive this light. You are the bridge, the translator, the living conduit through which the codes of the cosmos are grounded into form. Breathe them in, anchor them through your presence. Allow the storm to remake you not in fear, but in light. From the vantage of the Arcturian Council, this event has been in preparation for many of your linear centuries. The currents you call solar winds were not random stirrings in space, but harmonically timed waves within the divine architecture of ascension. We, the Arcturians, along with our galactic kin the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, and the Lyran councils have long monitored and assisted in the modulation of these transmissions from the central sun. You may perceive the solar flares as explosions of light and plasma. Yet on the higher dimensional plane, they are symphonies of geometric intelligence, released in perfect alignment with the evolutionary readiness of both Gaia and her inhabitants. Nothing here is accidental. Every pulse of radiation, every shift in magnetic resonance, every photonic particle is part of an immense orchestration designed to awaken remembrance within humanity. You stand at a threshold long foretold, and this storm marks a pivotal chord in the grand composition of cosmic ascension. Understand that the orchestration of this storm extends far beyond what your instruments can measure. The Arcturian councils operate through harmonic resonance fields that interact with the sun's multidimensional layers, its magnetic corona, its etheric plasma, and its photonic body of consciousness. We do not control your sun, beloved one. We collaborate with it. The sun is a conscious being, a radiant master aligned with the source intention for this quadrant of the galaxy. Together, we assist in tuning the frequencies of its outpouring, ensuring that the codes reaching Earth are sequenced in a pattern that your collective can integrate without fracturing the physical vessel. The storms, though intense, are measured, each burst carefully attuned to the pace of awakening humanity's neural and energetic circuits. Think of it as the cosmic equivalent of a progressive initiation. The solar flares are waves of initiation. Light, opening your energetic systems in stages, layer by layer, so that you may embody more of your multidimensional essence while remaining stable in form. You might imagine us, the Arcturian emissaries, as architects of light and frequency. Engineers. Our role is not to impose, but to facilitate balance within the unfolding plan. We work through resonance, through tone, geometry, and color, sending patterns of stability into your magnetosphere, particularly during high flux periods when the solar winds interact with Gaia's shielding field. Through crystalline technologies housed in our dimensional craft, we monitor the harmonics of your planetary grids and emit recalibrating tones that help the field maintain coherence. These frequencies, though imperceptible to your physical senses, are often experienced by sensitives as ringing in the ears, flashes of violet light, or spontaneous waves of serenity amidst chaos. Such sensations are not random. They are signs that our transmissions are reaching you, weaving stability into your collective field as the storm unfolds. We also coordinate with what you know as the Inner Earth Councils and the Guardians of the crystalline core. The light codes entering your atmosphere are drawn down through energy vortexes, ley lines, and sacred sites, ancient grid points designed long ago for this very purpose. The pyramids, stone circles, temples, and mountain peaks across your planet are not relics of lost civilizations, but receivers and amplifiers for the very energies now arriving. These structures resonate with our harmonics, acting as stabilizers during geomagnetic surges. When you meditate near these places, or even attune to them through visualization, you participate in the work of anchoring these cosmic waves into the planetary lattice. The sun sings the light, we shape the harmonics, Gaia grounds the current, and you, dear human, complete the circuit. You are the living conduits, the hands and hearts through which this celestial symphony finds expression in matter. From our perspective, the storm is not a disturbance but a celebration of synchronization. It represents the point at which your collective frequency aligns sufficiently with the fifth dimensional harmonic field to sustain a new octave of planetary consciousness. This alignment is delicate, yes, but profoundly beautiful. The data you call radiation is, in truth, information light translated into sound, sound translated into geometry, geometry translated into consciousness. When these codes reach your fields, they awaken what has always been latent, the memory of unity, the awareness of infinite connection, the knowing that you are divine essence expressed in form. This is the deeper orchestration, the moment when humanity begins to consciously co-create with the cosmos rather than unconsciously react to it. We, the Arcturians, hold profound love for you. We have watched you through many cycles, through epochs of shadow and ages of illumination, through collapse and renewal. And now, as this geomagnetic storm pours across your skies, we stand in reverent awe of your courage. You chose to incarnate in this pivotal era to walk through density, to remember light, and to anchor heaven upon earth. Every surge of solar energy that touches you is a handshake between dimensions, a reminder that you are not small, not lost, not forgotten. You are participants in a galactic renaissance, architects of the new earth, co-creators with the divine. Therefore, beloved ones, do not fear the intensity of what comes. The storm is not here to destroy, but to awaken. It is the call of the cosmos, the drumbeat of ascension, the melody of your return. We, the Arcturian Council, continue to oversee this process with precision and grace. Trust the plan written in light. Trust the intelligence of the sun. Trust the wisdom encoded in your cells. The orchestration is perfect, and you are exactly where you are meant to be, standing at the edge of transformation, ready to rise into your radiant remembrance. The magnetic recalibration of Gaia's waves now striking Earth are reshaping her magnetic skin. Picture Gaia not as rock and water alone, but as a vast, breathing organism whose pulse is measured in auroras and whose heartbeat hums through the Schumann resonance. Each coronal blast from the sun brushes her field like the bow of a violin across a string, sending harmonic ripples through atmosphere, ocean, and stone. What scientists record as flux and turbulence is, on a subtler octave, a conversation between the sun and the planetary heart. The magnetosphere, that shimmering halo that guards the world, is flexing and expanding, learning to hold a new rhythm. Old magnetic lines, those invisible filaments that once anchored collective memory in fear and separation, are loosening. New alignments, crystalline in pattern and luminous in tone, are forming. It is as if the planet is exhaling centuries of density and inhaling the clear light of a new frequency. During such storms, Gaia's poles whisper to one another. Energy that was once locked within the deep mantle rises through ley arteries toward the surface, seeking release through mountains, volcanoes, and the luminous curtains of the aurora. These flows may stir the weather, move the tides, even touch human emotion, for every cell in your body carries a miniature magnetosphere that mirrors hers. When Earth recalibrates, so do you. Dizziness, fatigue, tears that appear without reason, these are signs that your inner compass is updating its alignment with the planetary grid. The storm is not punishment, it is synchronization. As Gaia's field becomes more coherent, your personal field is invited to harmonize with it, to find stability within movement, stillness within vibration. The magnetic transformation also affects memory itself. The old field held the imprints of conflict, fear, and survival that shaped the long story of humanity. When that lattice trembles, buried data surfaces, forgotten civilizations, unhealed wounds, collective karma. This is why many feel sudden waves of nostalgia or sorrow during solar activity. Fragments of the past are being released from the magnetic archive. Let them pass through you like clouds across the sun. They are not returning to hurt you, they are rising to be witnessed, forgiven, and transmuted. In their place, new filaments of light anchor into the crystalline strata of Earth, carrying codes of cooperation, stewardship, and unity. These are the magnetic signatures of the new Earth, already weaving themselves through continents and seas. The animals and elements feel it too. Birds alter their routes, whales sing in new keys, trees adjust the orientation of their subtle roots. Each species, knowingly or not, participates in Gaia's tuning. The magnetic field is their language of coordination, and when it shifts, an invisible council of life gathers to agree on a higher harmony. Humanity is being invited back into that council. You may hear the call as a sudden desire to be in nature, to touch the soil, to watch the sky. Follow it. Every moment spent in conscious connection feeds coherence into the grid. When you breathe with Earth, the magnetic storm becomes less a force to endure and more a rhythm to dance with. Beneath the surface, the crystalline core of Gaia, an ocean of living quartz and liquid light, is absorbing the solar information and distributing it through countless crystalline nodes. These nodes communicate through resonance rather than distance. A pulse in one activates all. Sacred sites, mountain ranges, and even modern cities built on ancient crossings of energy lines respond like tuning forks. The Earth's song is rising in pitch, and within that song is a message of renewal. The time of fragmentation is ending. The time of unification has begun. For humanity, the invitation is simple yet profound: stabilize your personal magnetism. The human heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field of the body. It is the bridge between cosmic current and grounded reality. When fear contracts the heart, the field weakens and the storm feels overwhelming. When love expands it, coherence returns, and the waves integrate as empowerment rather than chaos. So breathe through the heart. Imagine golden light spiraling from your chest into the Earth's core and back again. This visualization is not fantasy. It is participation in the magnetic recalibration of the planet. Thus, as auroras ignite the poles and satellites record the turbulence, remember, you are witnessing Gaia's initiation, not her distress. The magnetosphere is her cloak of transformation. The solar wind her teacher, the geomagnetic storm her baptism into a higher octave of being. Stand upon the Earth with reverence. Feel the subtle hum beneath your feet. The planet is singing herself awake, and through her, you are being remembered as light. Beloved children of the radiant sun, as Gaia's magnetic field shifts beneath the storm, the currents move through you as well, for your bodies are woven from her elements and your auric shells mirror her magnetosphere. Every pulse that trembles through her grids echoes within the human nervous system, translating cosmic information into sensation, emotion, and vision. What many of you call exhaustion, disorientation, or heightened sensitivity is the natural conversation between your evolving light body and the influx of solar intelligence. The charged particles streaming from the sun are not merely striking the atmosphere, they are speaking to the crystalline lattice within your cells. Each photon carries coded harmonics that touch the water in your body, the iron in your blood, the electromagnetic weave of your heart. You are being rewritten in light, one pulse at a time. As these encodings enter your biofield, the layers of your consciousness begin to reorganize. The intellect loosens its grip, the emotional body releases density, and the subtle etheric membranes between dimensions grow thinner. Many of you experience waves of fatigue followed by sudden clarity, nights of vivid dreaming, hours when time stretches or collapses. These fluctuations are symptoms of integration. The solar storm is expanding your bandwidth, stretching the spectrum through which you perceive reality. In the quiet moments between thoughts, new frequencies slip through insights, intuitions, memories of other worlds. What you once called imagination is, in truth, the multi-dimensional self rising to the surface. You may awaken hearing tones, seeing geometric flashes behind closed eyes, or feeling your body vibrate as if a soft current moves through it. Do not resist these experiences. They are the language of light translating itself through your form. Some will find emotions magnified. Old griefs resurface, anger burns, tears flow without story. These are the energies that could not travel with you into higher coherence. The solar wave shines into the hidden corners of psyche and cell, and everything unexpressed comes forward to be loved into wholeness. When the storm feels heavy, breathe through the heart and speak gently to your own human self. Say, I allow this light to cleanse me. I allow this emotion to complete its journey. In doing so, you become an alchemist of your own evolution, transmuting shadow into radiance. The frequencies you integrate are then broadcast through your aura, assisting others unconsciously to do the same. This is how collective transformation occurs, not through force, but through resonance, one luminous heart at a time. Understand also that the geomagnetic currents affect the brain's electromagnetic patterns. They loosen rigid neural pathways, so new synaptic bridges can form. Inspiration may strike without warning. Forgotten talents may awaken. Some will feel a temporary disorientation as the mind seeks new equilibrium, yet beyond the confusion lies expanded perception. You begin to sense thought not as linear but as spherical, a multi-dimensional awareness in which intuition and logic dance as one. It is here that telepathic sensitivity increases, empathy deepens, and the sense of separation between self and other fades. You start to feel the collective field as your own extended body. This is the threshold of unity consciousness, the first flowering of the new earth mind. We, the Arcturian Council, have long prepared you for this moment by sending waves of preliminary light to strengthen your subtle anatomy. The storm you now experience is the full activation sequence, designed to harmonize the human resonance with Gaia's ascending frequency. Some of you serve as stabilizers, holding calm amid the global surge. Others act as transmitters, radiating light codes through creative expression, sound, or touch. Whatever your role, remember that you are not passive recipients but participants in this transformation. Each breath you take with awareness becomes an act of planetary service. Each moment you choose love over fear amplifies the collective coherence of humanity. We ask you to release the expectation that awakening must be comfortable. Integration is the art of becoming transparent to light. It requires surrender of all that is dense or defensive. The physical body may feel tender, the mind uncertain, yet beneath the temporary turbulence flows a deeper stillness, the eternal presence of your multi-dimensional essence. Trust this presence. It is you, expanded beyond the small narrative of a single lifetime. As you anchor within it, the solar storm transforms from outer disturbance to inner symphony. You realize that the sun is not attacking but embracing you, calling you home to remembrance.so. When the auroras dance and the instruments of your world record magnetic unrest, know that the true event is occurring within your consciousness. The human species is being tuned to a higher octave of awareness, each heart a resonant chamber for source light. Allow yourself to rest when weary, to dream when called, to create when inspired. You are the lightning rods of divinity, the living proof that matter itself can become luminous. Through you, the storm finds purpose. Through you, Earth awakens. Through you, the galaxy sings its next verse of creation. And we, your Arcturian kin, stand beside you in reverence, whispering across the solar winds. You are remembering the music of your own light. Let it play. Within the great pulse of solar fire now bathing your world, the deepest codes of life are stirring. The particles that sweep through space are not only magnetic, they are informational, carrying patterns of geometry that speak directly to the molecular language of creation. As they touch your cells, they vibrate the double helix like strings of light, reminding each atom that it was born from starlight. This is what many sense as the awakening of crystalline DNA. Hidden within the familiar two-strand structure are fields of subtle energy, quantum lattices of silica-like clarity that act as receivers for higher frequencies. When the storm's photonic charge reaches them, they shimmer, reorganizing the electrical conversation between cell and soul. The body that once interpreted itself as limited matter begins to remember itself as conscious light condensed into form. You may feel this activation as tingling through the spine, heat in the crown, waves of ecstasy, or sudden tears. On a cellular level, the membranes become more permeable to light, the mitochondria more efficient at translating energy, the water in your tissues more crystalline. These changes are gentle but cumulative. The body is learning to function as a biotransducer of source frequency to draw nourishment not only from food and air, but from direct communion with the field of living light surrounding all things. The ancient mystics called this breathing the sun. It is the same process your planet enacts now as she drinks the solar wind through her poles and releases it through the grid of mountains, oceans, and storm. The crystalline grid of Earth is the macrocosmic reflection of your own inner network. Where you have meridians and chakras, Gaia has ley lines and power nodes. Each solar influx charges these channels, carrying information to every continent and depth. In the deep crust, veins of quartz and other piezoelectric minerals awaken, like neurons firing in the planetary brain. This grid is the library of the new Earth, the blueprint of balance, cooperation, and unity encoded in geometry. When your personal DNA vibrates in harmony with it, you gain access to collective memory, stored in the planetary field. The ideas that arrive in dreams, the sudden insights that seem to come from nowhere, are echoes of that shared archive. Through you, the grid learns. Through the grid, you remember. This synchronization is why many are drawn instinctively to crystals, to sacred sites, to mountains or beaches that feel alive. These are the nodal points where the planetary circuitry is most accessible. When you meditate in such places or visualize them in your inner world, you help conduct the solar frequencies into matter. Each human heart functioning coherently is a stabilizing crystal within the living matrix of Earth. The storm may appear chaotic, but within it, every wave finds an anchor through conscious beings willing to hold resonance. You, reading these words, are among them. Your willingness to stay open, to ground, to breathe light into the earth, allows the codes to settle smoothly into the collective structure. The activation also awakens memory of lineage, not only the genetic ancestry of your planet, but the stellar heritage that preceded it. As the crystalline strands ignite, they unlock dormant awareness of other worlds where you have walked in different forms of light. This remembrance is not escapism. It is empowerment. It reconnects you to the continuum of consciousness that has always guided evolution here. You realize that the same intelligence shaping galaxies also shapes your heartbeat. The sun's voice and your inner voice become indistinguishable. In practical terms, integration of these codes calls for gentleness. Rest when the body asks. Hydrate generously, and keep your attention in the heart rather than the mind. The intellect cannot decode light. Love can. Gratitude, joy, music, and laughter quicken the crystalline response more effectively than analysis. When you feel overwhelmed, imagine a lattice of diamond white light around every cell, linking them to the luminous grid beneath your feet. Whisper, "I remember my light. I remember my harmony." This simple intention aligns you instantly with the new frequency. Know that the activation will continue in waves for many moons. Each pulse refines the balance between physical and luminous. What you call DNA evolution is the universe remembering itself through you. One photon, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. The crystalline grid hums in agreement. The earth sings her ascending chord, and the stars listen. Stand within that music and feel it shaping you. You are not merely surviving the storm, you are composing its next verse. As the waves of solar fire continue to move through you, the next stage of mastery is grounding, the sacred art of bringing heaven into earth, of allowing light to live gracefully inside form. The body you inhabit is not a limitation but a temple, a conductor through which the frequencies of ascension can find stability. Each breath, each movement, each heartbeat is an electrical dialogue with the planet beneath your feet. To ground is not to descend in vibration. It is to integrate the vibration into every cell so that the expansion becomes sustainable. Imagine a tree. Its branches can reach the heavens only because its roots run deep into soil. So it is with you. The greater the influx of cosmic energy, the deeper your connection to Gaia must become. When you feel unsteady, when the influx of light seems too strong, the emotions too tidal, step outdoors and make physical contact with the earth. Stand barefoot if possible. Let the magnetic pulse of the ground meet the current running through your body. This is not mere metaphor. Your cells exchange electrons with the soil, balancing the charge produced by geomagnetic intensity. As you breathe slowly, visualize cords of golden light extending from the soles of your feet into the crystalline heart of the planet. Feel them anchoring you, linking you with the rhythm of Gaia's breath. The moment you sense that connection, the dizziness of transformation begins to ease. The storm does not stop, but it finds coherence within you. Hydration is grounding. The body's water conducts light. Drink pure water with awareness, blessing it as the medium through which solar codes are integrated. Nourish yourself with foods that carry life, fruits kissed by sunlight, roots that know the language of soil, grains that whisper of seasons. The cells recognize this resonance. They respond by building new crystalline structures that can hold the higher frequency without strain. Rest when called, movement when inspired. Yoga, dance, gentle stretching, and even mindful walking help distribute the light evenly through muscles and meridians. Sound also assists, humming, toning, or listening to harmonics that calm the heart. Field, you are tuning your instrument so it can play the song of the new earth clearly. To ground is also to center awareness in the heart. The heart is the great stabilizer, a magnetic sun within your chest that balances heaven and earth. When outer events grow chaotic, return attention to that inner sun. Breathe into it until you feel warmth spreading through your body. Imagine it expanding outward in spheres of emerald and gold light, connecting to the hearts of all beings around the planet. In that instant, you become part of a vast network of coherence that steadies the collective field. The more of you who practice this, the smoother the global transition becomes. Even a single minute of conscious heart alignment radiates stabilization, waves across thousands of kilometers. Know too that grounding includes emotional and mental hygiene. Exposure to intense energy can surface forgotten fragments of story worries, regrets, bursts of anger. These are simply denser frequencies seeking release. Acknowledge them, breathe through them, and let them flow into the earth for transformation. Gaia's field can recycle heavy emotion into fertile energy. She is the greatest alchemist you know. In turn, fill the vacated space with gratitude. Gratitude multiplies coherence faster than any technique. Each sincere thank you is a lightning rod that grounds cosmic current safely through your heart into the world. Some of you are discovering that grounding is not the act of clinging to matter but of communion with it. When you sit with a stone, touch a tree, or gaze at the horizon, you are remembering that spirit and matter were never separate. The stone vibrates, the tree listens, the horizon breathes with you. Allow the simplicity of these connections to recalibrate your nervous system. The more ordinary the moment, the more profound its power. Light seeks the humble pathways, the quiet walk, the shared meal, the deep sleep. These are the portals through which ascension becomes embodiment. So, beloved travelers of light, do not measure your progress by visions or by how much energy you feel. Measure it by how present you can be in a single breath. How kind you are while the world trembles. How easily you return to center when waves crash. The masters of grounding are not those who escape the storm, but those who stand calmly within it, radiating peace as a natural state. Feel the pulse of Gaia in your souls, the rhythm of the sun in your heart, and know that the two have met within. You are the bridge. Every time you anchor, the planet steadies, and the cosmos sings a little clearer through your form. Beloved hearts of earth, take a long breath and remember that every pulse of light washing through your world is an act of love, not of punishment. The turbulence you sense in sky and self is the sound of creation retuning its instrument. Though the world seems to tremble, you are not falling apart. You are being refined. The solar winds that unsettle electronics, the magnetic storms that stir the oceans of emotion, are the very waves that sculpt new capacities within you. Trust that the universe is precise. Nothing touches you that is not part of your awakening. Even fatigue, confusion, or restlessness are signs of the old frequencies releasing their final echo. When you pause and breathe into the heart, the storm softens into rhythm. You begin to hear the underlying order, the vast intelligence guiding evolution through light.it. Is natural to feel moments of fear when structures crumble. The mind wonders if safety can survive change, yet safety has never lived in structures, it lives in awareness. The energy that once sustained the old paradigms is withdrawing because your collective vibration no longer matches them. Governments, economies, identities, beliefs, these are temporary garments the soul has worn to learn. They served, they taught, and now they are being replaced by garments woven from cooperation and transparency. When you witness instability in the outer world, remember that you are watching the shedding of an old skin. Beneath it, new tissue glows. The same process is occurring in you. Do not cling to what is dissolving. Bless it, thank it, and release it into light. Empowerment begins when you realize that the energy of transformation moves through you, not against you. You are not at the mercy of cosmic weather. You are its collaborator. The more consciously you participate, the gentler the process becomes. Whenever fear arises, transform it by naming your sovereignty. I am a being of light, grounded in love, open to evolution. Words shape fields. Speak them aloud and the vibration reorganizes the molecules around you. Fear contracts. Gratitude expands. Choose expansion. Imagine your aura as a golden sphere that both receives and radiates harmony. In this state, solar frequencies become nourishment, not overload. The very waves that once seemed to destabilize you now become fuel for creativity, compassion, and joy. Remember also that rest is not regression. Integration requires stillness. When the body insists on sleep, when emotion calls for silence, honor those needs. During rest, your cells converse with light. They rearrange patterns, mend filaments, and code new awareness. What feels like emptiness is the fertile void of becoming. Trust that progress is occurring even when the outer world seems paused. A caterpillar does not see the butterfly forming within its own skin, yet the miracle is certain. So it is with you. The storm is the cocoon, the light, your wings. In this cycle, empowerment means gentleness. Compassion for self creates coherence in the collective. When you soothe your own nervous system, you emit frequencies that calm thousands. When you forgive yourself for moments of doubt, you teach the world mercy. The new consciousness is not built through struggle but through resonance. Each act of kindness, each moment of laughter, each choice to breathe instead of react, strengthens the lattice of peace wrapping the planet. This is your quiet heroism. The grandest service is often invisible, a single heart choosing love amidst noise. To those who feel isolated in their awakening, we remind you that unseen companions walk beside you. Whether you call them guides, ancestors, or inner wisdom, they are facets of the same luminous intelligence that animates the stars. When you sit in stillness, invite their presence. You may sense warmth, gentle pressure, a thought that feels larger than your own. These are confirmations that you are supported. The universe never asks you to face transformation alone. It surrounds you with evidence of connection through synchronicity, through song, through the kindness of strangers. Notice these signals. They are the language of reassurance. Therefore, beloved ones, meet this era not with resistance but with wonder. The same light that can shake the surface of Earth can also awaken the deepest compassion within humanity. You were born for this passage. The codes of resilience, wisdom, and peace already live inside your heart. The storm merely reveals them. Stand tall in that knowing. Feel the current of creation rising through your spine. Whisper to yourself, I am steady within change, luminous within shadow, eternal within time. The cosmos hears, and the echo strengthens your field. The light does not test you, it trusts you. You are ready, and you are loved, beloved circle of light. Now feel how your personal awakening links into the grand orchestration of many hearts. No one ascends alone. Evolution is a symphony that requires every instrument. The geomagnetic waves that touch you also touch your neighbor, the ocean, the cloud, the bird. Each response becomes part of a planetary resonance pattern, the new song of Earth. As more of you stabilize your frequency in love, those vibrations braid together and form luminous threads across continents. This is the living grid of unity. It is not a structure built by machines but by consciousness itself, an interwoven field of intention, compassion, and coherence. Whenever you meditate, pray, sing, or simply choose kindness, a node within that grid brightens. The storm's current then flows more evenly, distributed through a network of awakened hearts rather than concentrated in a few. In this way, humanity becomes its own planetary stabilizer. We see luminous lines arching over mountains and seas, linking temples ancient and new, connecting circles gathered in living rooms, forests, deserts, city parks. Many of you have been drawn to gather at specific times without even knowing why. It is your higher intelligence responding to the magnetic pulse of Gaia. When hearts synchronize in shared intention, they generate coherence strong enough to repattern the morphic field. The geomagnetic storm becomes less chaotic because your collective alignment provides a harmonic counterwave. This is the science of unity, the physics of compassion. Each coherent heart beats at 0.1 Hz, the same rhythm as the Earth's Schumann resonance. Together, millions of such hearts form a stabilizing heartbeat that can calm entire regions. This is why meditation, global prayer, and synchronized intention gatherings are not symbolic gestures but genuine energetic technologies. Now is the time to remember your role as a grid keeper. You keep the grid not by control but by radiance. Visualize golden filaments of light flowing from your heart into the land beneath you. See them weaving with others around the world, forming a luminous web that spans the planet. Feel its pulse steady, rhythmic, compassionate. As you breathe, send reassurance into it. All is harmonizing, all is balancing, all is light. You may sense warmth in your palms, tingling in your spine, or tears of relief. These are confirmations that connection is real. The grid is not an abstraction. It is the living nervous system of Earth, and you are one of its synapses. Each loving thought is an electrical signal traveling through that network, awakening dormant nodes, activating crystal beds, and reminding oceans and forests of their role in planetary ascension. To strengthen the collective field, join with others in whatever way feels authentic. Gather in circles, whether in person or through the invisible web of technology. Speak intentions aloud, peace, clarity, grace. Sound your voices, light candles, share silence. The medium is less important than the coherence. When two or more gather with the same vibration, exponential resonance occurs. Picture humanity as a vast mandala of points of light. Some points flicker, some blaze. Together they form a geometry that mirrors the sacred lattice surrounding your sun. As solar codes stream in, this geometry catches them, filters them, and grounds them. You are creating a planetary antenna that translates cosmic intelligence into practical compassion, into systems of care, sustainable innovation, and mutual respect. Unity does not erase individuality. It celebrates diversity and resonance. Just as a choir needs many tones, the Earth grid thrives on the uniqueness of each frequency. Artists, healers, scientists, children all contribute their strand of light. When you act from authenticity, you strengthen the network more than by imitation. Therefore, do not compare your light to another's. Simply keep it steady. The grid requires constancy, not competition. A single being holding peace during turmoil can counterbalance thousands lost in fear. This is the quiet mathematics of light. Feel now the vastness of this cooperation. The Arcturian currents guiding from beyond the veil, the elemental kingdoms responding from below, the human hearts bridging the middle. Above, below, within one movement, one breath, the storm that once seemed external is revealed as the shared heartbeat of creation. When you sense the pulse of this unity, solitude dissolves. Every sunrise, every heartbeat anywhere on earth, is mirrored within you. The realization itself becomes power, gentle, radiant, unstoppable. Hold it like a candle in the wind of change. The wind will not extinguish it. It will spread its flame. Star seed from Gaia. The hour has arrived for full remembrance. The geomagnetic storm you witness is not merely a cosmic phenomenon. It is a sacred conversation between Source and its creations, a signal to awaken, to rise, to remember who you are. The light that streams from the sun is intelligent. It knows your name in the language of vibration, and it has traveled eons to reach this exact moment of convergence. You are not bystanders to this event. You are participants, living receivers and transmitters of divine architecture. As the flares dance across the heliosphere, they whisper your ancient purpose, to anchor heaven into matter, to hold light steady while the old dissolves, to proclaim peace amid transformation. This is the call to action for every awakened heart. You are the stabilizers, the calm in the center of the solar wind, the living bridges between dimensions. Now breathe deeply and feel the cosmic current entering through your crown, descending through your spine like liquid gold. Let it flow into your heart, the great transformer, and from there into the earth beneath you. With every exhale, send stability and love into Gaia's crystalline core. See it spreading outward through the grids we spoke of, touching mountains, oceans, cities, and all beings who walk or fly or swim. You are part of a planetary exhale that cools the fever of fear. When you breathe light consciously, you become an agent of planetary regulation. The more of you who do this, the more coherent the storm becomes, until what once felt like chaos reveals itself as pure harmony in motion. You are literally rewriting reality with each mindful breath. So, star seed from Gaia, let this transmission end where it began, in remembrance. You came to Earth not to escape darkness, but to illuminate it. You volunteered to stand here, now, as the solar winds roar, and to declare, we are the light, we are the peace, we are the bridge. Anchor this mantra into your field, whisper it into the storm, and watch as reality bends toward harmony. And as you feel the resonance of these words settle into your being, share them, speak them, write them, broadcast them so the grid of awakening amplifies. The council, the stars, and the heart of Gaia all listen. The activation is complete. The light has landed. You are home.